Hello and welcome back. I am Dimitri and today we start running 39 entrants through our Battle of the Hockey Pool guides. One of them will beat all the others to become our 2020-21 season champion. If this is your first experience with the Battle of the Hockey Pool guides, here is a brief explanation of what will happen. We randomly organize groups of 8 guides, draft kits, cheat sheets, and projection lists together and pit them against each other in qualifying battles. The results of every possible draft order are simulated over 6 different draft lengths, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and the maximum number of possible draft rounds. The top 2 guides from each qualifying group automatically move on to the semifinals, followed by the 6 next best guides. The semifinal matchups are also randomly assigned into groups of 8, and again, the top 2 guides automatically move into the finals. The 3 next best lists also qualify as wildcard entrants. The last remaining spot in the finals is awarded to the second chance, or as we call it, the repêchage winner. The repêchage is composed of all the guides that did not make it into the finals on their first attempt. Again, 8 guides are randomly grouped and they compete in battles against each other until one survives. The repêchage winner is granted entry back into the main event finals. This year, a total of over 2.9 million draft scenario simulations will be generated and evaluated to eventually crown the Battle of the Hockey Pool Guides champion. We start with the blue qualifying group. It consisted of Draft.ca, Pool Hockey, Pool Expert, Lineup Expert, last year's rankings by points per game, DatsyukToZetterberg, Le Pool, and Hockey the Magazine. Lineup Expert took the lead with almost 80,000 wins, followed by Pool Hockey, who fell one shy of 60,000. One more list, Hockey the Magazine, qualified as a wild card into the semis. Next, our green qualifier was contested by McKeen's Hockey, Steve Laidlaw, last year's rankings by points, Fantasy Alarm, CBS Fantasy, Rotowire, Le Soleil, and the 3-year rankings by points. This battle ended up with the predictions from Le Soleil as the victor with almost 88,000 wins. Second place went to last year's rankings by points, and another wildcard spot was granted to Rotowire. The third qualifying group was composed of Yahoo, Luczszynszyn, The Hockey News, Marqueur, Lemieux, Pool Pro, Dobber's Monthly 300, and Steve's Cheat Sheet. This time we had a blowout. Pool Pro knocked the socks off everyone else with more than 186,000 wins. Dom L was a distant second with almost 23,000 victories. The next, purple, qualifying group was made up of the Sports Forecaster, Scott Cullen, ESPN, the Daily Faceoff, 3-year rankings by points, NHL's Pete Jensen, Numberfire, and Eric Duhatschek. And we had another wipeout of an outcome. Scott Cullen earned nearly 180,000 wins. Eric Duhatschek managed 30,000 to claim second place, and Pete Jensen squeaked in over 24,000 of their own to take a wildcard position. The fifth qualifier battle was held between Fantasy Ref, DobberHockey, keeping Carlson's Patreon consensus, Fantrax, Left Wing Lock, Chuck Lemieux's consensus, Ultimate Pool Preview, and the 3-year rankings by points per game. Left Wing Lock grabbed the top spot with almost 65,000 battle victories. Next in line was the Ultimate Pool Preview with 44,000. Oddly enough, we had 3 wildcard positions come from this group, one going to Keeping Carlson, another to Chuck Lemieux's consensus, and the final one to DobberHockey. But hold on. 5 qualifying groups of 8 guides means that there should have been 40 different participants. Which guide was entered twice? The 3-year rankings by points was placed in the green and purple qualifying groups. We included them twice for a few reasons. For starters, we were 1 guide short of 40 mainly because Hockey Center Ice had to be disqualified because their list was published after the NHL season started. Another is that a few other sites and publications decided not to produce lists this year because they did not believe it would be worth the effort due to the shortened season and continued uncertainty of the pandemic. We didn't want to eliminate 7 lists from the challenge, so based on past performances, we didn't feel that the 3-year rankings by points would be much of a factor, so we allowed them to participate in 2 groupings. But it was with the understanding that they would be removed from the repechage if their performances were poor. It turned out to be as we expected. The first semifinal had Pool Pro, Rotowire, Chuck Lemieux, Keeping Karlsson, Pool Hockey, Ultimate Pool Preview, Hockey the Magazine, and Pete Jensen from NHL.com fight for their hockey pool lives. The top 2 ended up being Pete Jensen and Pool Pro. They both qualified for the finals. Joining them as wildcard entrants were the Ultimate Pool Preview and Pool Hockey. The other semifinals saw Left Wing Lock, Scott Cullen, Lineup Experts, DobberHockey, Le Soleil, Luczszynszyn, Eric Duhatschek, and last year's rankings by points eyeing each other. In the end, it was Eric Duhatschek that claimed the top spot with almost 99,000 wins. Scott Cullen took the next automatic entry with 41,500 victories. The remaining wildcard entry was given to Le Soleil. 7 of our finalists have been determined. Based on their semifinal performances, they are Eric Duhatschek, Pete Jensen from NHL.com, Pool Pro, Scott Cullen, Le Soleil, Ultimate Pool Preview, and Pool Hockey. All those guides that did not make it in on their first try have one last chance through our repechage event, the results of which will be seen in our next video, so stay tuned. It will be published soon. One thing that we've been tracking are the odds of winning by each draft position. After 7 battles, we see that the guides drafting in one of the first 3 positions had a 58% chance of winning the battle scenarios. Those are pretty good odds. No doubt, a lot had to do with drafting Connor McDavid and his league-leading 105 points. Please consider liking the videos and subscribing to this channel. You can also look at my blog postings by going to www.hockeypoolguideaid.blogspot.com. Until next time, stay safe.